Good morning and good afternoon, everybody. I now call to order this week's edition of Kiwanis Connects, coming to you live from really all over the country. I'm in Virginia Beach. John, JPEG Styles, is in Las Vegas. Doc Val, of course, she's actually in her home. She's not parked on the side of the road connecting to an internet. We know she's in Cali. And today's guest with us, Dr. Linda Ramsey, she's in Tennessee. We got just about every time zone covered that there is in the United States. Thank you for joining us today, everybody, on this Friday, November 14th. We are like, a month away or 2 weeks away from Thanksgiving, 6 weeks away from 2026. But more importantly, we're about 3 minutes away from chatting with our guest. I feel very, very low standard today. I got Doc Val. I got Dr. Ramsey. John, we know, is not a doctor. I used to be the doctor of vacationology in my old days in timeshare, but I gave that title up. I mean, I have to be, I don't know. I'm surrounded by doctors, ladies. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, good.
We're good. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing good. Doc Val, how you doing there? You're home today. You're not in the car trying to connect to an internet. You're smiling. Everything is good.
Oh, my face hurts from smiling because I've been looking forward to this morning for a really long time. Things are looking great, and I'm going to just put a personal plug in there. Andy got some of the best news humanly possible this week, and so, it's a good day. And so when I say that I've been looking forward to this Linda is one of my sheroes. From the very first time that I got a chance to meet her and work with her, it was just like, this is Kiwanis goodness all wrapped into an amazing human being. So, Linda, thank you for saying yes to today.
Oh, you're welcome. I thought so much of you, too. She came all the way to Louisiana to support one of our mutual friends, Laura Gilliland, when she was running for vice governor. And I thought, not many friends would come from California just to support a friend like that. That was pretty awesome, Dr. Val.
Well, it's like Kiwanis brings amazing people together, and it's just like we always talk about Kiwanis Connect, and it's like it truly is a connecting piece that lasts through a lifetime because each one of us meets somebody and we just go, that's my person. And absolutely. And, the reason you're here is one of the things that's so near and dear to my heart. And so, okay, Aaron, I know I'm fangirling right now, so you just deal with it.
No, I'm good with it. I'll wait until we get ready to go to break to finish off all the intro stuff, like where people can find us and all that good stuff. But yeah, I'm good. I have a funny feeling, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, this truly is going to be a love fest because as I'm in the emails with the ladies getting ready for today, there was like all sorts of like beautiful smoke coming out of my speakers of this love fest between the two of them. And by the time we're done with this show, let me tell you, Kiwanis world, if these two ladies, or I should say when these two ladies are elected to their international trustee positions, batten down the hatches, ladies and gentlemen, because there's going to be some changes afoot and it's going to be all for the good. I can tell you that much. So I'm in awe. Because between the three of us on this network right now, we have, from what my very rough calculations are, about 120 years worth of Kiwanis or K family experience. Okay, so let's put that in perspective. I've got 40. Linda has about 35 just in Kiwanis. And Val, how many years in the K family for you?
Well, if you count my volunteer time before someone ever asked me, we're looking at 25.
Okay.
But, once somebody asked me, which is a mutual friend, I'm telling you, there's so many layers of love. When Sylvester Neal invited me to join Kiwanis, it was 15 years ago. So my anniversary was this month of being official. Wow. Not just giving up my time, but official Kiwanis. So
officially doing it with a name attached to it.
Yes.
And then he probably thought I forgot about this. Let's throw John into the mix, who's relatively new to Kiwanis. Let's give him credit for about 2 years, I think, maybe almost 3 years being involved in Kiwanis Direct. Right, John?
2 years, 1 month, 7 days, and 11 and a half hours.
And It's been the worst 3 years of your life, I bet, too. No, I'm only kidding. No, so yeah, I mean, we got a lot of experience here. And for the two of you ladies, to continue to climb up the echelon of leadership within Kiwanis speaks volumes of your abilities, first of all, your abilities to reach the community and make a difference, but more importantly now take on these roles where you'll have bigger leadership roles to guide others within the KI world to do the same as you ladies have set trail to do.
You know, Linda, I would love for you to share, because you've been in Kiwanis long enough to have seen the days of transition when women were first allowed into Kiwanis. And I hate that little ugly word, allowed. But you've seen so much, and you've helped shape this. And so, can you share about your history in Kiwanis? Your
Sure.
journey.
A good friend of mine was the first lady in our Kiwanis Club in Martin, Tennessee. Her name was Betty Giles, and she's the one who invited me to come. And I think I was possibly the third or fourth lady to be in our club. I entered in 1990, became president of my club. No, I take that back. I was president in 1990. No, I'm sorry. I'm forgetting. 1995 is when I was president. It's been a long time,
It has.
but it was unusual at the time, and it's been wonderful. I mean, excuse me for saying this, but all the shirts were men's shirts. You know, they didn't have anything designed for women at that time, but it's without women. I don't know where Kiwanis would be today, because there's so many women now that have become members, and but they've come a long way. I've got a Kiwanis bracelet now that I have on, and they have shirts and clothing that's designed for women, and so we've come a long way as far as getting women involved, and it has been a transition. It's also been a transition because I was the first female governor in our district, and there's only been 3, that have been women. So that's still fairly new, and a new idea in our district. And if I should win this election, I will be the first female international trustee as well to come from our district. So I'm hoping to pave the way for women to assume more leadership roles and not
Well,
to
I'm
be
going to use the
worried about.
term when. I'm going to use the term when, Linda, when you are international trustee, because
You're-
you have that sparkle, but you also have that toughness and team playership that I think is so needed at the international level. And Aaron, I saw myself jump in and do it again. Do your thing.
No. I was just going to say, you ladies said, you talk about when the women were allowed kind of thing. So my wife, and Val, you know this about Eileen, when we were members of the Homedale Kiwanis Club in New Jersey before we moved out to Vegas, Eileen was the first female elected to the Homedale Kiwanis Club, inducted. She was also the first officer, secretary. So like you ladies, my wife also set the trail for the women explorers, if you will, to be part of that first class of members that got inducted into Kiwanis. So it is, and the fact that where would Kiwanis be nowadays without the female persuasion? I think we were all talking about that before the amendment was changed. Like, look at all the spouses or girlfriends or single, whatever it is, that are involved just on the periphery with Kiwanis. Why are we not? So it was a long time recognized, a long time to correct it, and certainly Kiwanis has flourished, to say the least, since that amendment changed somewhat 35, 40 years ago, whatever it is. It's been some time. So kudos to that. So
Yes, it was
Absolutely.
the late 80s, I think, when it actually happened.
that's what I was thinking. 89. Is that about right?
87,
I
actually,
think
87.
87. Yeah.
87. And so we and CNH had a triad of women. We had Margot Dutton as the seated. Actually, I was coming in as governor. Margot was immediate past, and Carol Ferris was the outgoing in the 35th year. And so we put together these 35th year commemorative pins so that we wanted people to know how monumental it is to shift the culture in Kiwanis. And by you and me being on this television show today, we are helping shift the culture. And I'm not sure if you recognized it, but I had been told in June was the election? No, it was July. The election was, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was told by someone really influential that you really got to fight for it. You got to, just each person has to just fight forward, and it's going to be really tough because we don't work together. We bring a lot of different voices to the table, and stuff's thrown at us, and so we don't ever get what you think you're going to get accomplished. And my brain was like, oh my gosh, he is mansplaining this to me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not how we're going to make Kiwanis amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be like you and me, where we work together and we focus in on our passions. So,
right.
Yeah.
And I'm very passionate about Kiwanis because I love what we do as an organization, and the fact that we are changing children and communities, all the time and making a difference. I mean, I don't know, I've always been a volunteer my whole life, and this has just been a wonderful way for me to continue being a volunteer. I don't know where my life would be without Kiwanis, honestly.
Oh, amen.
So I want to throw a challenge out to both of you ladies. So Linda is going to have to do something ahead of going to Manila first to do this, but I'm going to put it out there anyway. So when you ladies win your election, okay, you see what's on the screen behind me, and both Val and I are wearing them, Linda, are Kiwanis Connects jerseys. When you ladies win your election in Manila, there has to be pictures of both of you wearing these jerseys. So if you'd like to order one, just shoot me a message at kiwanisconnectsinfo@gmail.com, and I will send you all the information, because nothing would be greater for this show to see the two of you ladies on that stage after winning your election and showing the world where they can hear more about what you guys plan for the future as trustees. And of course, hear about all the good stuff Kiwanis does anyway, but that's all. I'm just throwing that out there.
Well,
truthfully, folks, it's an opportunity for branding and advertising, but I'm a cheap guy like that. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, go ahead.
Let me have that address one more time, please.
Sure. It is Kiwanis Connects Info, just like the show, Kiwanis Connects Info @gmail.com. And I'll send you the information. We could have a drop ship direct to you at home, and you could take it with you. It doesn't take up a whole lot of room in the suitcase when you go to Manila, so you should be fine.
I'd love to do it.
All right, there you go. See that, folks? If you don't ask, you don't know if it'll happen. All right, you know what we're going to do, Doc? Because I know there's a lot we need to do. I'd like to jump ahead to our commercial a couple of minutes early, so we have plenty of time on the other side. Plus, it'll give me an opportunity to thank our sponsors, bookvending.com. Of course, we'll hear about them in a second. Comfort Care Home Care of Virginia Beach, we'll hear from them as well. Also, too, don't forget, if you miss anything with today's show, which if you are going to miss it, you better let your friends know where to find it. Facebook, YouTube, and every Sunday, 8 a.m., the new home for Kiwanis Connects, DBTV.TV. DBTV.TV. All right? That's a new place that our show is visible. That's now 7 ways you can catch up with the world of Kiwanis Connects. You're watching the greatest show that's out there about Kiwanis, the two doctors, and yours truly. We'll be back right after this.
2 out of 3 kids in America can't read at grade level, and without help, many will never catch up. In a world of screens, short attention spans, and endless distractions, getting kids excited about reading has never been harder. That's where Kiwanis Club steps in. Through Inchi's bookworm vending machines, kids earn tokens for positive behaviors, achievements, kindness, and more, and use them to pick a book they just can't wait to read. Every book is a child's to keep. Every book builds a personal at-home library, and every page sparks curiosity, confidence, and lifelong learning. Your club can make it happen. Let's put more books and more smiles into the hands of kids who need them most. Together, we can change the story, one book at a time. To learn more, go to bookvending.com/Kiwanis.
let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need, from medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
Hey honey, what you doing?
Getting ready to watch a game.
What about fixing up the house like you promised?
What you talking about?
Just the new light in the den, the new shower in our bathroom, the new fence around the yard, the front steps.
Stop! You know, I have a better idea. You know Craig down the street? He owns a company that specializes in handyman services, but he is more than just any old handyman.
Really? Would you say different strokes for different folks?
You know I will. You know why? Because he does home repairs and he does painting and kitchen remodels and bathrooms and everything else in between.
How are his prices?
Great value for great quality. You know, I think I'll invite him over and get a free estimate for all the things that I know will make you the happiest, dear.
Call Different Strokes Painting and Handyman Service for a free estimate by calling 757-395-9999 today.
That's 757-395-9999. Above the rest, they show up and show out by making your vision come to life. All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. Don't forget, later on in the show, we have Mental Health Moment, we have Wow Moments, Project of the Month, Bad Dad Jokes from yours truly, Thanksgiving themed, and I've been told in advance that the good Dr. Ramsey, she's done her homework. She is armed with some bad dad jokes to entertain us later on. All right, Doc Val, let's throw it back to you. Let's talk about some passion, shall we?
Absolutely. And one of the things that I've had the privilege of learning more about Linda. And Linda, your passion for Circle K, and with the international trustees doubling down and saying we are all in with Circle K, it was really exciting to hear your voice about what you've been doing. So I want to just throw the ball to you because I want to make sure we don't miss what's important to you.
Right. Well, we've had several students over the last few years ask us to reorganize our Circle K organization here at UT Martin on our campus, and I was concerned about that. But this year we were fortunate enough to have about 11 kids that were interested coming from our local high school in starting a club. Mm-hmm. So I started working with them this summer to try to get them involved in service programs and service ideas, and so we were ready to go and start at the beginning of the year. It's a shame not to have a university level service organization, and this group has done great things. This year they have already done a can drive for the kids or needy families. They've also had a trick-or-treat event for the kids on Halloween. They are collecting socks for the needy, so they're doing things right off the ground. I mean, they started in August and they already have done 3 or 4 service projects. So I'm excited for them and proud for them. And also in our district in northern Louisiana, we've had 4 or 5 other universities that are interested in starting a Circle K. And it's really not that hard to do once you get the kids involved. I know you talk with your district administrator and get information from that person, whoever it is, and you get information from your governor of Circle K, and we had some online meetings to get started with our planning, and then we had some in-person meetings. So it took a little planning, but once we got that going, and then Kawan Pinson, who is at Kiwanis International, is the contact person when you have a charter that you want to establish, and she will send you everything you need, the bylaws that you have, a sample set of bylaws and all those kind of things, and you just literally type it in on the form that she sends you, and it's very easy and smooth to do that. And these kids already have made a difference, and I sincerely love that. I've worked at all levels. Actually, I've chartered a builders club when my children were young, and then I'm still serving as the Key Club advisor as well as Circle K advisor. And I've also been a part of an action club some too, helping with programming for that. So I just don't think you can have, and also I take that back. There was a K Kids at one time until COVID came, and we've had trouble getting back into school since that happened. But it's it's a way of life for these kids when they grow up in these service organizations and they become adults who want to volunteer, and that's just so important in this day and time because a lot of people don't realize how valuable volunteering is.
Oh, absolutely. And I love the fact that you created an organization to make sure that your kids could do what you do and make sure that they are and being involved in the process and just moving on along with them. One of the main reasons I am still in Kiwanis is because of the from cradle to grave, there is an opportunity to serve. And watching a builders club start where you're hand holding, you have to give them direction to right after that winter break when they get it and the aha kicks in and they go, hey, just step back and let us do what we do. That's the power of leadership, so that they're not, a 12-year-old is not the leader of the future. They're actually leading within the community because we were able to give them a platform to do what they do. So,
And that's one thing. I think we're the only organization that does that.
we
And I
are.
think that's such a valuable thing. And
Mhm.
also, I do work with Key Leader, and you see kids change over a weekend. I mean, they become so much more self-confident after that experience. And it's one of the best things I think our organization does is working with youth.
I saw a picture of you with your key leader, and it
Wow.
just made my heart sing. So, for a lot of people, they don't know what key leader is. Can you go a little bit in depth about the key leader
Sure,
experience?
sure, sure. Key Leader is a weekend experience of developing leadership uh, skills, things like respect, self-confidence, integrity, uh, excellence. All these different components are a part of that program. And it is such a rewarding experience because these kids are constantly learning. You can just see, like you say, aha moments
Hmm.
during the weekend. They have opportunities to do small and large group hands-on experiences, and they perform skits once they get together and do this planning. And um, it's unreal to see how these children, over a period of about 48 hours, come from this shy little quiet person that doesn't say much to this bubbling over person that has developed so much self-confidence. Everything is positive there. We have what we call key leadergrams where the kids write to each other giving them credit for, hey, I like the way you answered that question, or, you are doing so great with this particular work we're doing, and they're all positive little notes. And then when they go home, they get to open their mailbox and read all these wonderful things people have said about them. And it's just a wonderful thing. I have lots of Kiwanis moments myself there because I see what has happening to these children and how they are growing and really appreciating what they're learning while they're there.
I
You,
loved it.
you,
I'm a product of Circle K as well. I went to Penn State, Circle K, and the transition from that Key Club mentality. I was a founding member of my Key Club, and then went to Circle K, and I looked like, being involved in Circle K to what I was involved with in Key Club. I felt like an adult to a child. The difference was so exponential, not just for me as a person, but just the whole structure and the whole activity and what was expected of us as adults in the Circle K level versus being that new kid in Key Club and, oh, this is going to be fun on my resume and all that. So, I don't think there's enough Circle Ks out there, period. If Circle K could just catch up to the growth that Key Club exposes itself to, I think that would be a big boon for Kiwanis down the line. Just my pitch. I wish there was more Circle K, but I love it. If anybody's out there thinking about doing it, do it. Don't hesitate. Get involved in Circle K if you're at that level.
it's very rewarding, truly.
And
And
it sets you up for
it's
long
easy.
term. I'm sorry, Val. It sets you up long term professionally too, because you have an opportunity to network with business people, and you're in a whole different realm of individual that it sets you up not only in your life at providing service, but professionally as well, because there are a lot of companies out there, boys and girls, that ask their staff to be involved in community service. So it's a win-win all the way around. It's great for service and great as a person, but it's also great connections from a professional standpoint. Sorry, that's it. I'm done.
No, that's okay. One other thing I wanted to mention, I should have said this about Key Leader. It is a weekend experience at a camp. You go away from home and stay a couple of nights, and we have sessions all weekend long that are outside, inside. We even have a ropes course. We have a bonfire. So there's lots of things going on that are just interactive, and the kids enjoy it. You said something about doing something about expressing myself with hand gestures. I can certainly do that. In fact, I do it too much. But anyway, I appreciate the opportunity to share with you about this, because it's one of the, I think it's a secret, actually. A lot of people don't know what's going on with Key Leader, but Circle K is the same way. I agree totally with you, Aaron. It's a great thing, a great opportunity for young people to get involved and to realize what they are capable of doing.
Absolutely. And one of the things I saw in real time is one of our young ladies transitioned from high school, where she was so silent, to going to college, and she was a biochemical engineer. But she was able to connect up with her Circle K, which gave her all the social skills that it's taken to launch her new business with her mom. And so she is the spokesperson for this hair care company, and that she'll be a guest on our show a little bit later in the year, not later in the year, in the new year. But she attributed her success to her advisors in Kiwanis, and someone, we both know, Margot Dutton, who wrapped her arms around her and said, "I'm not going to do this for you. I will support you, but you're the one, you're the leader, you're the spokesperson in this organization. We're here to help you get to where you want to be." And that's what makes Circle K unique. That's what makes Key Club unique, I think, is we're helping them achieve their dreams. They're not achieving our dreams for us, or an extension of our Kiwanis Club. That's magic.
Yeah, it's Margot. First of all, I got shout outs to Margot, who just moved to Las Vegas. She and I were teammate lieutenant governors under Mark McDonald together. But we talk about the relationships in Circle K. The advisor to, I was in the sciences. I was math and computers and all of that. And our advisor was in 4-H. He was an agricultural guy that was an advisor. To this day, he and I are still best friends. We talk all the time. We visit when he comes to the East Coast, and whenever I travel out there. So the relationships and those connections you make are boundless, and it's a great way to experience new things and new people.
Right. You do make lifelong friends. Definitely.
Absolutely. So does the University of Tennessee, is it a larger system? Or is UT Martin?
We actually have 5 colleges in Tennessee, and UT Martin is one of them. It's just called the University of Tennessee at Martin. There's one in Knoxville, Memphis, Nashville, and there's one in Middle Tennessee. I'm not sure if it's of the community, but it's in Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, I was a university recruiter in the very beginning to help pay for grad school, but I never came to Tennessee. And I don't know why I didn't. So my first true fun experience was Memphis in May.
Oh, yeah.
And then coming to your decon. And I have to share, your decon is one of the absolute best, most fun experiences I've had at a Kiwanis decon.
La Miss 10 is absolutely one of the best districts, I think. We have such fun. Of course, it doesn't hurt that we include Louisiana in that group
It doesn't
because
hurt at all.
they have lots of fun, and they also have lots of good dancing, good food, and so we have good experiences there. But in the true South, we're all just such warm, welcoming people, and but this group is phenomenal. I know my father used to think I was going to move to Louisiana because I was there so much, but it is just a very warm, welcoming this district, and I think everybody says that comes and visits. And I'm in West Tennessee. I'm about as far from Louisiana, New Orleans, as I can get. I'm 9 miles from Kentucky, and you know where New Orleans is. It's about 8.5, 9 hour drive for me, but I look forward to it every time I go because I know I'm going to have a good time. I'm going to meet with friends that are so welcoming, and we're going to have a good experience. And we also, a lot of times we do things, we have a service project every year. We have a foundation that, I don't know if you all have ever had this, but we have a what we call sort of a silent auction. We put tickets in bags that are in front of baskets that we display, trying to raise money for our foundation. And most of the time, we raise a lot of money, and these baskets are wonderful prizes to take home. So that's another real, I think, a great addition that we made. It's been several years ago we did that. But we like to have a good time as well as do service. We also have a service project for whichever, organization needs us. Like we've done things for a camp, we've done things for a school and collected school supplies or whatever is needed in that area. And I know there's a camp in southern Louisiana that's for abused children, and I've been there to help do spring cleaning. When I was governor, I did that one time, and it's a lot of wonderful service that goes on. They have a wonderful playground for special children, special needs children in Lafayette, Louisiana, that was provided by Kiwanis. So there's just so many wonderful things our group has done. We also have emergency grants. I think I shared that with you one time that we had actually in Tennessee, we had a tornado. A lot of times people don't think about Tennessee being a disaster place, but we have an emergency grant since we have so much, so many hurricanes and things like that in the south on the southern coast. And so I applied for this grant, and that's one of the most rewarding things I've ever done because I didn't realize how many people were in desperate need for food. After that tornado destroyed their homes, we got 2 grants actually, one for Greenfield and one for Martin, and we served about 2,000 people. And the first one we did, people were pulling wagons, whatever they had, to collect food, just because they were in so much need, and they didn't have, nice clothes on or anything. They looked very poor. It was really an eye-opener for me. And then the second one we did, we had some key clubbers involved in that, and the Kiwanis Club, and some just local volunteers as well, and church members that came, and we put food in the back of their car or in their trunks, and they were so grateful just to have basic essentials, and I just, it was a hard moment for me to see these people in such need, but I was so glad that we were able to help them, and anytime you can help someone, it makes you feel good, even though it's tough to see what dire need they're in sometimes.
Absolutely.
Linda, let me ask you a question. You talked about those gift baskets for fundraisers. Do you play golf? Do you play golf at all? You a golfer?
I am not, but my children are.
Okay. I don't know. I just Val. I'll let Val. Val kind of knows where I'm going, but I know somebody who knows somebody that works for a golf event planning company that specializes in putting on golf tournaments for nonprofits. So if that is something of interest, when you send me the information about the shirt, I will reply back with some data that may be of interest. Let's just put it that way. Speaking of which, John read my segue very well, very quickly at the bottom of the screen. Speaking of golf tournaments, Val, John was kind enough. We've got the scroll running March 5 through 6. Kiwanis Rose Float first annual golf classic will be taking place at Brookside at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena. Just simply go to that website, Kiwanis Rose Float Annual Golf Classic.com. All the information is there for sponsorship opportunities, anything. More importantly, you can also see the great celebrity athletes that are already confirmed, guys like Willie Gault and Eric Dickerson, just to name a few, Brian Jordan, just to name a baseball player. These sports athletes are there. So come on down. Even if you can't make it, that's okay. Plenty of opportunities through silent auctions, online auctions, or hey, just buy a whole sign, support the cause. So I'll send you some information, Linda, when you what?
I just had an idea. Okay,
Go for it.
Linda, you and I are both a part of the Elamiston District Club.
Right.
Why don't we, as a fundraiser at Decon, sponsor a golf tournament? So everywhere the Decon is, we sponsor a golf tournament, and we raise money for our E-Club and the Elamiston District Foundation.
Well, we have done golf tournaments before, actually, before the convention starts. I was just going to tell you that. So I think that would be a hit. I really do.
And to have some amazing celebrities like Terry Bradshaw
oh, man,
would show up, because he was at our international convention this past time, and he just said, love myself some Kiwanis. And so it's like, this would be so much fun.
That would be a great idea. I like that.
Good morning, Rick Upchurch. Rick Upchurch is in the chat room. And when
Hi, Rick.
If we ever get to do an event in Vegas, I bet I know somebody that can get Rick Upchurch there to participate in a little golfing course. But anyway, so Linda, what I'll do when you send me the information about the shirt, I'll reply back with you to you with some information for you to take a look at. Relatively very little work that you would have to do to pull it off, other than just be there and have fun and some other minor things. But bottom line, we do all the heavy lifting, the company that I'm part of that does this. And with Val's, I mean, listen, I'm just going to put it out there. Val has been very supportive of helping us get these events to Kiwanis. And so the Rose Float one is the first one. The following week, we're traveling up to Northern Cali to do one up there for the Marina Club. So we got two back-to-back, and we're talking with the CNH Foundation so with Val's help, we're helping getting these events in the hands of Kiwanis clubs. And with you being in Tennessee, the owner of the company I work for, Celebrity Grudge Match, she already is involved with the NFL Alumni Association in Tennessee. So she already has some groundswell support in and around your area. So I think what Val is suggesting could be a great partnership. So I'll get off of that because we're not here to talk about golf, but I'll shoot you the information back and we'll get it raw. I'm just excited because this is opportunity. This is new branding. What people don't realize about golf tournaments, yes, it's working. Yes, we can make money, but it's a different style of branding and getting the word out about what Kiwanis does, folks. And normally to people that normally may not necessarily be even exposed to Kiwanis.
Well, and I was going to tell you this too. The guy that was governor when I was governor of our district is a good friend, and he only lives about an hour and a half from me, and he is with Kentucky, Tennessee, and because see, all of the rest of Tennessee is a different district, and so I was going to say we can also tell them about it because that's Nashville, Knoxville, across the river, anywhere the Tennessee River splits. So that's another way I can help you there.
And based on that, we can really do a celebrity grudge match. We can have your side of Tennessee take on that side of Tennessee in a competitive, who's going to do better? This is good. Magali, Magali, I hope you're watching because we're stirring the pot around here, Magali. That's going to be so good. This is going to be good. Anyway.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is. It's a lot of fun. But again, bottom line is it's all for a great cause, and that's to fundraise and raise money so that the clubs involved can continue to do the great things that you outlined, Linda, that we know Val loves to do, that I do. And it takes money to do it. There's no question. And sometimes what's nice about something like this, it's a different way of asking, as Val likes to say, getting new money from new people without having to go back to the same resources for financial support to do the things we love to do as Kiwanis. So
that's what I was going to
love
say. People love golf too, so that's easy, an easy sell.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so we're going to do the handshake across the verse and go, let's make this happen. I'm so excited. This is probably perfect.
I've seen it. I've got to do your handshake. All right, I can do it.
There you go. All right, shall we take our second?
I got to go this way though, hadn't I? I got to go here.
I got to go. I got to go this way. There we go. And then I got to go this way. All right, let's put aside early for a second break while we figure out how to hand clap across the United States on the internet. We got a lot left to do. We're going to finish up with Linda. We got Melissa Atwell's mental health moment, which, by the way, Melissa might actually be listening this morning. And some other goofy stuff, including bad dad jokes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hey, everybody. Aaron Phillips here from the Kiwanis Connects show. Are you trying to recruit for new members? Do you have a huge event coming up that maybe is your biggest fundraiser of the year? But you need to do something different to let people know that it's happening. The same old gives you the same old routine and results. Well, we've got an idea for you. The Kiwanis Connects show offers the opportunity to have customized commercials created to help your club get your message out. And you know what? One of the extra wonderful points of this opportunity is we provide it as a fundraising opportunity for every $50 donation for the commercial goes to the Rose Float Kiwanis Club. That's right. The very same Rose Float that we see on television every New Year's that represents Kiwanis International will now be supported by these Kiwanis Connects commercials. So, if you want more information and get involved, just drop us an email at kiwanisconnectsinfo@gmail.com. That's kiwanisconnectsinfo@gmail.com. Get your 30, 60, or 90-second customized commercial today, and let's help the Rose Float Kiwanis Club continue to plant its seeds for success.
I won't let aging stop me from being me.
Oh yeah, still got those moves in me.
I will be fabulous.
I will accessorize.
Comfort Care can help with as much or as little home care as you need, from medication reminders and meal prep to everyday chores and errands. Let us create your personalized care plan and find the perfect caregiver match so you can live your best life possible.
2 out of 3 kids in America can't read at grade level, and without help, many will never catch up. In a world of screens, short attention spans, and endless distractions, getting kids excited about reading has never been harder. That's where Kiwanis Club steps in. Through Inchi's bookworm vending machines, kids earn tokens for positive behaviors, achievements, kindness, and more, and use them to pick a book they just can't wait to read. Every book is a child's to keep. Every book builds a personal at-home library, and every page sparks curiosity, confidence, and lifelong learning. Your club can make it happen. Let's put more books and more smiles into the hands of kids who need them most. Together, we can change the story, one book at a time. To learn more, go to bookvending.com/Kiwanis. All right, welcome back to Kiwanis Connects. Aaron Phillips sitting here in Virginia Beach, and of course I've got a pair of doctors with me, which in the poker hall may get you a little something, I don't know, but here it gets you a lot of Kiwanis experience. Doc Val and Dr. Lindsay Ramsey is here with it, Linda Ramsey. We're just talking about Kiwanis and Circle K and passions. We even threw in a little golf, so more to come on that. But let's, for the next couple of minutes, Val, I'm going to throw it back to you before we get into some of the other items of the show.
Well, I really want to focus in on Dr. Linda. It's like I was looking at your bio, and one of the things I want people to know is, girlfriend, you said you can sing.
I can. I have. I sing in the choir in church, and I have sung at many different events like Santa's Village, and I do karaoke sometimes. I just enjoy it. I always have.
Oh, I'm looking forward to adding music to everything that we do.
Well, I am. I have thought about that myself. And of course, I'm a dancer. I taught dance for a long time too. I taught ballroom and country and western line dancing. And so that's a passion. Grew up taking ballet and learning how to dance when I was a child. So, and singing. When I was a little, I wanted to be in Broadway, on Broadway rather, singing and dancing. That's what I thought I wanted to do. So it's been fun because I've been able to do it as part of my professional life, and I've enjoyed that very much. And also I have done it at nursing homes and different times like that when people need a little lift, around Christmas time, that kind of thing. And I've enjoyed it. I am very passionate about that too.
Next appearance on Kiwanis Connects, you better be ready with some a cappella.
Well, I can do that if you would like for me to. I certainly can.
All right.
Love it. This is part of what I hope our future of Kiwanis leadership looks like, where we can bring our whole person to the table as part of what we do. And I want at international conventions and when we have our meetings in Indy that we do service and that we have fun together, because I think that that's what keeps us being productive and forward thinking. And so knowing that you sing, and so I can step back and I can hum. I think that it will be absolutely fabulous.
And I'll introduce you to the stage.
Yeah.
I have thought a little bit about doing a little bit of a song in my speech. I hadn't thought about it for sure, but I don't know. I just thought about, I'm so excited that I just can't hide it. I thought about that, doing something like that. I'm about to lose control and I think I like it. Something like that.
I love it. Yes. I think that you would have people singing with you. I know I will be singing with you because this is where we need to be. When people think of Kiwanis, we want to make sure that they think of the fun, the happiness, the involvement. We don't do this because we have to. We do this because we get to. And
we love to. Right.
And I love it. And so I know, Aaron, this clock moves so fast. I'm watching the numbers tick by, and I feel like Groundhog's Day. I'm like going, darn it. There's so much more that we want to do. So before you go, Linda, you got the floor. Is there something that you didn't get a chance to share that you wish that you want to make sure that you share before we go to bad dad jokes?
Well, one thing somebody asked me was, why did I want to do this? And it's just been because I always like to have goals ahead of me. And I know that I'm getting older and I don't have, I'm retired and I don't have as many opportunities for goals, but I've been involved at the district level, the local level, and now it just seems like I ought to be going forward to the international level. So that's my goal, and that's what I'm looking forward to. And so I would really like an opportunity to have a chance to serve our Kiwanis organization at the international level, because I think I have a lot that I could offer as far as having some experience at fundraising, at organizing, and working with people. Those are all my strengths and those are my passions. So, and I think too, this is one thing that a lot of people don't think about, and that is we're all that are interested in this job leaders, but we've got to come together and do something that's best for Kiwanis, and we've got to work effectively together. And I like connecting. I love this. That's the name of your show, is being connected, because I think that's so important. I also think it's important to get these new members interested in coming to the district and coming to international, seeing how much we can do. We're a worldwide community, not just in our own communities, and there's just a world of opportunities out there. So that's something I'm looking forward to, is hopefully making a difference worldwide. That's what I'd really like.
Well, I don't see any reason why that shouldn't happen, in my opinion. All right, with that, let's change gears real quickly. It is time for Melissa Atwell's Mental Health Moment. Take it away, Melissa.
Therapy isn't just for crisis. It's for growth, clarity, and care. It's okay to ask for help at any stage in your mental health journey. You deserve support at each stage, through each season. Remember, take a moment for your mental health.
Thank you, Melissa. Val, do we have Val on the road and or Val's wow moment?
We've got a couple of different things, and the very first one that I want to talk about is the service project that I am seeing happening across North America, and I'm not sure if it's happening in other places. And that main service project that I really want people to just jump all over is See's Candy is synonymous at this point with Kiwanis. And I was just at a DCM where all 14 clubs that were present all said that they're doing See's Candy drives. And it was like, wow. So I would hope that if you're watching, because sometimes we have, 180,000+ views. If you haven't already picked up your See's Candy, don't go to a See's Candy store. Go to a Kiwanis booth or look online in your town to see if one of your Kiwanis clubs is sponsoring a See's Candy drive, because that's how we pay for our Kiwanis goodness. It's through those kinds of fundraisers that help us support our Circle K, our Key Leader, our key clubs. So please buy See's through Kiwanis. I know a lot of commercials today.
That's okay. Hey, listen, we do important stuff for everybody. All right. So do you have anything, Val, on the road?
I was just going to say, I'm sitting here looking at a box of peanut brittle from See's in front of me.
See, so it wasn't so terrible to bring it up, Val.
Yeah.
There you go.
And one of the things that's really cool about See's Candy is that if you don't know exactly what someone likes, you can get a $25 certificate and they will send it digitally to somebody else. And $25 certificate buys a lot of good stuff. And so it's like, whoop, whoop. Armando is down in LA. Awesome. He's known as Mr. C's. And so is Herman Platsky down in 29 Palms. He was my See's Candy dealer for a very long time. I would hunt him down to get my See's Candy.
Well, Armando says that Mr. C's was actually an original member of the LA Kiwanis Club.
Oh,
no way.
Yeah. So there you go. Mr. C's K. Mr. KC's. I don't know. Okay. Do we have Val on the road or not?
We do.
All right. Let's hit it, John. Let's give her the intro.
So over the past week, I put in over another 500 miles on that car, and we are just moving forward. I know you're shaking your head. It's just like amazing. But in the next week, we are spending some time down in Palm Springs and helping revitalize an amazing club in Palm Springs. So if you don't already do service in the Palm Springs, Palm Desert area, come to one of their club meetings on Thursday at noon, because that club is doing amazing things for a population that's over 200,000 people. And so Palm Springs is an 11-hour drive, and it is so worth it. And then the other piece of the puzzle is we'll be stopping off in Kearney Mesa and talking with them about how they can grow their club in their area, because we've discovered that over 2,500 families, military families, are in dire need of support, and they are so far behind in their Toys for Tot fundraising efforts. And so if you're on the West Coast and you're dealing with this, go and help. And universally right now, we're seeing a 30% dip in generosity. And Toys for Tots, I'm telling you, it is huge when you partner with our military folks, so that the military kids can actually have a full Christmas. And I'm one of those people that I can share with you. If it hadn't been Toys for Tots, the only things would have been the necessities that were necessary to be under the holiday tree. So I'm on the road trying to help as many people as possible. I know Linda is as well. We just got to make sure that we continue to do Kiwanis goodness. So That's
And
where
I'm
we are.
sure that 30% dip didn't get any help by the government shutdown for all those employees that were out of work for the last 40 days. So let's help them catch up. All right, with that, John, let's hit it. It's time for some bad dad jokes. Here we go. Val, I don't know if you saw the message from John, but his sister lives in Palm Desert, and I believe that's the same sister he was talking about to get you that wine box cover. So maybe you guys can kill a couple of birds with a couple of stones, get your wine box cover, and invite her to a meeting. So, all right. But before I get started with my Thanksgiving-themed bad dad jokes, Dr. Linda's got a couple to get us started. So, Linda, give us one.
Well, do you want? I've got a Thanksgiving one too.
Whatever you want to shoot at us.
Okay, I've got three.
Okay, go for it.
My first one is: have you heard about the new sport, quiet tennis?
I have not.
No.
It's the regular tennis without the racket.
Without the racket.
My Thanksgiving one.
And no strings attached either. Go ahead.
What happened to the turkey that got in a fight?
Oh, wait a minute. I got to cross that off my list. I know the answer, and it really is on my list. So
sorry about that.
No. What happened to the turkey?
He got the stuffing
knocked out of him. Right. Here's the last one.
I don't know if it'll come up if you can see it. Number 2 line there. There you go. I had to cross it off. Good job, Linda.
Okay, and here's the last one. What happened to the cat that ate a ball of yarn?
I feel a yo-yo something in here, but
go ahead.
She had mittens.
Good luck with that, Aaron.
I was just going to say,
good luck with that.
I should just say goodnight right now, but not me. No, I'm going for it anyway. Here you go. Why did they let the turkey join the band? Why did they let the turkey join the band? Because he had his own drumsticks. Come on, that's a good. Yeah, exactly. Why did the turkey get detention at school? Why did the turkey get detention at school? Because he used foul language. That's right. Come on now. What's the best dance to do on Thanksgiving? What's the best dance to do on Thanksgiving?
The chicken dance.
Chicken dance.
No?
Close. But how about the turkey trot?
How
does a turkey how does a turkey travel? How does a turkey travel? Because as we learned from WKRP in Cincinnati, turkeys don't fly, do they? No, they don't. How do turkeys?
Some of them do. Wild turkeys do.
As long as they're not frozen, right, Les Nessman? How does a turkey travel? By gravy train. That's how they travel. Last but not least, what did the turkey say to the turkey hunter on Thanksgiving Day? Listen, this was highly reported by most news agencies. Even CNN reported on this one. The turkey said to the turkey hunter, quack, quack. Think about it. With that, mercifully, that does it for a very short list of Thanksgiving jokes. More to come next Friday, when our guest next Friday is going to be Lieutenant Governor of the Capital District here, Division 14, Mr. Paul Miller, will join us and bring us some news about the Kiwanis happenings here on the East Coast. That does it for me, and we'll see you out the door, and tip your waiters and waitresses on your way out. All right, Val, let's wrap it up. Take it away.
There's so much to be thankful for, and I'm so glad that we got to kick it in this week and do more and more thankfulness. And I am forever grateful, Linda, that we will be able to serve together as we move forward. Just have a great weekend. My heart is full, and my face muscles are.
Thank you for the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Linda, for joining us today. I look forward to your email about the jersey. Then I can send back to you the information about the golf stuff. All right.
That would be great.
truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, Val started off sharing some good news about her and Andy, and thank God for that. I have to just say this in a blanket statement. This has probably been one of the most emotionally difficult shows for me to do because of some things going on with my father-in-law. He's not doing well. My wife has been dealing with this morning, and we're in the process of getting him out of the hospital and setting him up in hospice. So clock is ticking. But I am a professional. And so I have to tell you, Val did message me and asked me if I wanted to skip the show today. And I said, no, because quite frankly, this has been very cathartic for me for the last hour. But usually when I do shows, no one knows what's going on. But today I'm amongst all my best friends within the Kiwanis world. And I just want to let you know that maybe, and God forbid in the short term, you may be seeing some posts about going on. Eileen's mom passed away back in July, and now we're facing the possibility of her stepdad passing very soon. So I just wanted to tell you, thank you for keeping me uplifted today, Dr. Linda and Val, for helping me stay focused on what's important. And for right now, the last 60 minutes has been the most important for me. Join me tomorrow on Aaron's Hour, God willing, at 11 a.m., where my guest is going to be Annabelle Whitley. She is a local real estate agent born and bred here in the local area. Not only will we talk about real estate trends in the area, but also the do's and don'ts, the things to go to see, what she recommends as someone who's born and raised here. With that, everybody, be kind to everybody. Why? We're all we have. We'll see you next week right here on Kiwanis Connects. Thank you for watching. This show is now adjourned.
All right, we're clear.